Question 117. White matter of hemispheres. The white matter are myelinated fibers. They are commissural fibers, arcuate fibers, and projection fibers. The commissural fibers connect the corresponding cortical areas in the two hemispheres. So it goes that direction. And you have different parts. You have corpus callosum, and here you can see corpus callosum. It has a rostrum, a genu, a trunk, and a splenium. The rostrum connects a cortex of inferior surfaces of frontal lobes. The genu connects fibers of the cortex of superior lateral surfaces of frontal lobes. The trunk connects cortex of parietal and temporal lobes, and the splenium connects cortex of occipital lobes. And then some other commissural fibers. We have anterior commissure, the orange, and it is found in the anterior wall of third ventricle and contains olfactory fibers. Then you have posterior commissure, and is placed in the posterior wall of third ventricle, and it contains crossed fibers terminating in habenular nuclei. And then you have septum pellucidum, which you will find here. You can see here, septum pellucidum, which connects corpus callosum and fornix. Here you also see, further in the brain, the septum pellucidum, corpus callosum, and the fornix. Now for the arcuate fibers, the yellow, they connect different cortical areas of the same hemisphere. So you have short arcuate fibers that connect adjacent gyri, and you have long arcuate fibers that connect gyri of different lobes. Lastly, we have projection fibers that goes down and up, and they connect cerebral cortex with grey matter of diencephalon, brainstem, and spinal cord in both directions. The projection fibers lie in the internal capsule, and this is called corona radiata. And here you can see the internal capsule separating the basal nuclei and the thalamus. And the internal capsule is divided into anterior limb, genu, and posterior limb. The anterior limb contains frontopontine fibers and anterior thalamocortical fibers to the frontal cortex. The genu is traversed by corticonuclear fibers, and the posterior limb contains corticospinal fibers, superior thalamic radiation to postcentral gyrus, and parieto and occipitopontine fibers, acoustic radiation, and optic radiation.